I'm doing something just as important as starting a new project. I'm cleaning my art room before I start my new project. As artists, we tend to get a little caught up in having a perfect picture, or at least I did. For a long time, it was actually a huge roadblock for me that I wasn't making videos, I wasn't sharing my creative process, even though I was producing a ton of work. Fact of the matter is, a lot of these artists that are showing you things, their spaces aren't even perfect. So I know aesthetically it does help. It really helps to have a nice looking room, everything kind of matches. And that's kind of the point to this video. I want to inspire people to just work with what they have. When I started making art, like a lot of artists, I started at a kitchen table. I started working on these a few months ago and I was really excited about them, but life took me in another direction at the time and I didn't complete what I started. And that really bothers me because I'm really excited about finishing these. That would make a cool towel rack. What do you think? It's really stunning in real life. Back has keyholes, so it will sit flat on the wall. So I made a few colors and I love to get them done, but I feel like the space needs to be cleaned. It's stagnant. I haven't been down here. I see over there's like a pile of fabric from my last little project that I did, finish and dumped, and I went on. And it really bothers me that I keep doing that. So I have this, and this has all sorts of goodies embedded in it, and I started gold foiling it, but I can't resin if there's dust and it's messy. So before I start another mess, I have a lot of cleaning up to do. Hi, now we're in my kitchen. Why are we in the kitchen? Because I just realized that in about 3 hours, everybody's gonna be home looking for dinner. So instead of dropping everything later on, I'm gonna just start dinner early today. I have ADHD, if you can't tell. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want. Okay, as a multimedia artist, I have a lot of different supplies. And a lot of those supplies don't go with each other. I sew, which could become very dusty, and I do resin. And I do it kind of in the same space, even though it's not on the same side of the room. It becomes a conflict. So I really have to clean before I do resin, and I have to make sure my whole area is dust-free. Or even with soap or candles, I need the same kind of clean environment. Over the last year, I've been all over the place. I've been working, I've been taking care of family, I've had illnesses, holidays, and I redid my kitchen. So that was like a huge accomplishment. I'm glad I got that behind me. One day, my art room will be like my kitchen, hopefully. If not, as long as I have a nice little place to work and make art, I'm happy. But for now, I need to clean this up, and I figured, why not? I'd like to share it. So no matter where you are in your life, go with it. Don't hold back. Make your art and do your thing. Let's clean this damn place up. I feel like I need to explain the curtain. I live in the middle of the mountains. It's so cold here in the winter. I have a heater here, and it's just my attempt to keep a little bit of the heat in this space. They're very thick curtains, and actually, believe it or not, even though there's that opening, it's actually keeping a lot of the heat in. So it's working. It may not be the prettiest thing, but it's working. So I would like to just have one bin that has like mushroom stuff. One bin that has electrical stuff. I'm gonna label them. Even if they're not beautiful, I'm gonna label them. I have like rope. This used to have all felt. I have trims. I have a knife. I have ribbons. And I have electrical stuff, and it's all just gotten all over the place, mixed up. And these are a bunch of mushroom dots. I'm just gonna make a huge mess. I should just do mushrooms, floor tabs, trim. Everything that I just need to make mushrooms is going to be in the larger box. I use this on the bottom of my mushroom seeds, so this could go in the mushroom box. I knew I was missing something. I kept looking around like, where's the trim? I know I have a lot of it. Now this is rope that you use to tuft. I think I used to keep it in here because I have tufting needles over here. Before I vacuumed up some debris, like bigger things that I won't be able to get up easily with a rag. I'm about to throw out a bunch of my old Cricut boards because I did actually get new ones. And I used to have one of these. It was up there with all the shelves. Let me get this out of the way. I used to have one of these drawers with a bunch of Cricut things. Cricut, like extras, or the stick-on vinyl, because I have iron-on in a wine rack up there. But I still have like a bunch of old patterns. This pattern, yeah. So like, do I want to keep it? I forgot I even had it. Actually, there's a little piece missing, but yeah. So I'm going to throw a bunch of this stuff out. I was going to throw out this resin anyway. I have some sparkling stuff. I do want to keep that. And a bunch of black iron-on vinyl. I have a lot of awesome things in here, but you know, what are the chances of me using all of this? I'm just gonna throw all of it out. They're just scraps. I didn't even know they were here. For my ease of action and accessibility, it just makes sense for me to get rid of it. Because if I have to dig through a bunch of stuff, I'm not going to be productive and it's not going to be creative. Sometimes digging and going through things is very inspiring. Sometimes I could just go through my supplies and not buy anything, and I could put what I have here together. I find myself overwhelmed by it. So, being ADHD and an artist, you have to kind of like set yourself up for success. Or any artist, set yourself up for success. Yeah, by now I thought I'd be creating. I'm not. That's fine. It's okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, I made these a long time ago. They were little play buttons for YouTube. So, I had a bunch of paper that's kind of like school themed. And I do have a child in school. So what I will do is I'm going to offer up all this paper. I have gold. You never throw gold out. It's a sin. Anything gold, no way. You keep it. Even if it's a scrap, you keep the gold. I'm not a fan of orange. If I need orange, I do have a roll of orange up there anyway. But if I needed that color orange that bad, I'll go buy it. Whatever. Okay. Watch. I'm going to regret saying that. No. Stop being a craft hoarder. Alright, so I have some glitter paper. That always comes in like handy with occasions, etc. That is C'est La Vie iron-on. I don't think I'll ever use that, honestly. It's cute, but it's 2 irons. Oh, look at this. The Chaos Coordinator and C'est La Vie. They are cute. C'est La Vie. And I do want to keep that. I could keep that separate with that. Chaos coordinator. It is cute. But I don't want to be a chaos coordinator. That's what I'm trying to stop doing. Okay. Okay. Huge accomplishment. That drawer has gotten on my nerves for so long. I would wrestle it down. That's better. I could just put it on the desk. So now you see what I mean about random stuff. Like I have sticker paper, I have Christmas paper, I have so much different kinds of art supplies here. I think I'm going to put the paper here because the paper goes to the Cricut and it makes the most sense right here. So let's put that here. So I'm still just moving things around. I moved all the paper up here. I think this wall looks a lot better than it did when I started this morning. So I'm very happy with the wall. I have to figure this stuff out because this is really just some fabric that I have for my mushrooms. I have some mushroom wood here. I have a bunch of surfaces to play with that I need to just straighten out. And I want to just have like my things in stations. I have all my paper together, even though they're not right next to each other. I wish I could fit that under here. Could I? I actually could, but I feel like if I take that paper and I kind of hide it under that table where I have the Cricut, I feel like I will be inclined to use it a lot less. Sometimes if something's out of sight, it's out of mind. That's why I like to regroup like I am today, where I can kind of regroup and see what I own, because I don't know what I own. It's been a couple of years since I've been down here. This is a little scraper tool that belongs here. Right there. I mean, really, the room was not as bad as I thought. I just had a lot of things out on that table. I need to work on that. And I see right here, I have some stool wood. So I'm going to put the stool wood together. I have to do my projects because they're mixed media. So I want to make a mushroom out of this vinyl, but first I have to do the resin because I don't want the two mediums to mix. I don't want dust in the same room when I'm doing resin. I do not want wood cutting. I want everything calm, clean. I do my resin and then, or soap or candles, anything that really needs to be clean. And then I'll do my mushrooms. But my mushrooms, when I have things prepared like this isn't a lot. I have more wood in the garage. When things are prepared, and the wood cutting's in the garage anyway, but it's the sewing and it's the cutting of the foam. It kind of makes things dusty. Quite honestly, I went through this cart this summer. It's really not, it looks bad, but it's really not. Like all my paints I know are pretty good. I checked all my paints this summer, like about 5 months ago. I mean, it's due, but I haven't really touched much. I mean, everything's closed. Everything's like pretty much, I haven't had time to really mess with that. So I do have these. I have this big basket, and I also have these templates. And I have these like pieces of wood that are rounds. I have a template. I was thinking maybe I could do that, but no, that doesn't work. I'm just going to keep my template over here on the side. And I'll put all these like wood cuts. These are actually templates for making mushrooms. And I will keep these in the basket down here. I use pens that are not made for the Cricut, and you have to sometimes put tape around them and get creative. They're pens, and I just can't see spending a bunch of money on pens when I could get any pens and do what a $10 pen can do with the same, you know, just a little extra work. You know, this is probably this Cricut thing, right? I wonder how many people just don't use these little containers here. There's a thing that I could keep my scrapers in. This is a 3-hole. This is for upholstering. We have this shelf. How fast can I do this shelf? How fast do you think I could do this shelf? Let's do this. The cart, I'm gonna have to do this cart. Maybe not today, but it has to get done. I can't stand this thing. And yes, I can recycle containers. You should too. I don't know if that coffee's from today. Okay, so I have some markers here. And I do think I want to use one of these little things and keep my markers and writing supplies over here. Okay, so this would make more sense. And if you have ADHD, I know I'm not a pro on ADHD, as you could see, and how to be organized, but I've been slowly trying to make my house more efficient and so I'm more efficient. And I've noticed labeling does a lot of good for me. I'm pretty tidy, but I could get a little messy. And as you see, as I get overwhelmed, I just start throwing things out and then I regret them. So I think organizing is a little better. I can't live the Marie Kondo style life because I'm an artist and I have a lot of things. So it really helps me to have a lot of things labeled. I had a whole bunch of tags to make buttons, and I don't know where they are. I just did them a couple of months ago. Where the heck did I put them? Just fill out the garage. I'm gonna put this out in the garage where my paint goes. This one's practically empty. Oh, that one's pretty empty. See, I will use like an empty can that's like almost down to nothing. Most people will be like, that's empty. But there's times when you could use that last splash of paint. Trust me. I've been there. Yeah. I mean, already, I'm like, this looks alright. This looks much better. I know, like, I don't have matching furniture and I have, like, vintage stuff. And I love this. We restored this. We never did anything to this because I didn't mind it. But I like the light wood. It goes with that wood. It was fine for me. Those stools don't match, but whatever. I need matching stools. I really do need, like, a mushroom stool. The whole goal is to get this thing finished, and I'm really excited about it. Now that I have everything like more organized and I know where everything is, I feel like, yeah, I can move forward. I really should go through that card because that card actually holds a lot of the things. I need to do that. And I really should go through it and see what I have because I might want to add some. There's some stuff that I would use with resin. I think I'm going to get this area, these two surfaces done, and then I'm going to dig through that. And then maybe I'll brainstorm something for. See, I have a ton of these envelopes. I have wax in here, but I have so many of these envelopes, and they are for shipping. And let me tell you, these envelopes have come in handy. So, but they take up a ton of space. All right, that made a lot of space right there, just turning them the other way and stacking them. I feel like I'm in somebody else's art room and I'm taking over their stuff because I haven't gone through this stuff in a long time. So I'm getting reacclimated with my own space. It's very weird. Okay, I don't really like putting all these oils on the shelf. I'm going to use a shoebox and I'm just going to cover it so it looks like something better than a shoebox to keep all those oils in. You see how messy it just got? So now I'm going to put these little things in there. Good morning. It's a new day and I'm excited. I spent the day, but it was broken up. I came up here, I made dinner, I spent time with my family, and I went downstairs. My daughter came down and she helped me do some labeling on all the paper. It's all labeled up. And I'm really excited to get down there and work in an organized space. This is the first time in so long that I could say that I know where everything is in my art room. Okay, so here it is, behind the crazy curtain. I painted that. I painted my mat because there were a bunch of splats on it and it really bothered me. And this side of the room has like black, white theme, so everything is just cleaned off. I know everything, every little nook and cranny I could get in was vacuumed, wiped down. I even just second wiped that table down. A lot of the furniture I work on might have spots. I probably should get better at like putting something down when I work. I could just sand that out and put some poly on it, but really it's my work table. So all the candle making stuff is here on 2 shelves. I don't do that every day. All my sewing and upholstery, and I do need to fix my little label. I'll make a new one. All of the paper is now sorted, and it's all labeled. Red, orange, blue, green. My Cricut, my daughter was silly and made a Cricut label. Over here is where I'm very happy because I had a lot of clutter starting to just pile up and I didn't even know what I had. Actually, when I wiped up the shelf, I noticed I had a lot of stones I didn't even realize I had. And then I made my little box for my fragrance oil, paint. I have fabric in another area. So paint is like a garage thing. I'm just keeping all my paint out here. My husband and I need to paint out here. That bothers me. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. Though I'm not exactly satisfied with the way my space looks, it's welcoming now. It's clean and it has a fresh energy for me to start new projects. Sure, I need a new window, I need a new door. I'm aware of those things, but I have a lot of tools in here to create mixed media art with. Anything I really want to work with, except for glass and metal. Those are the 2 things I'm dying to work with now, but I'm going to work with what I have and continue going with Luna and Ember. And I think it's time to get to work.